Hey everyone, my name is Armored Otter, and today I've got another Grim Dawn expansion theorycraft video for you, this time featuring the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is a powerful agent of the law who uses relics, artifacts, and of course ranged weaponry to bring their foes to justice. There are two things that I want you to keep in mind when watching this video. Number one, everything that we know so far about the Inquisitor class tree is subject to change, so depending on the final iteration, some of these builds might get more or less powerful. As a matter of fact, some of these skills haven't even been debuted yet, so these builds might even get a few more toys to play with. Number two, these are not the builds that I think are going to be the strongest with the Inquisitor. These are just the builds that I am the most excited to try. I've got some really cool builds for you today, so I'm very excited to see what you guys think. So, let's get into it. The number 3 slot belongs to the fabled pure support build offered by the Deciever, which is a combination of Occultist and Inquisitor. This build looks to offer unparalleled group support by offering an arsenal of auras, heals, slows, resistance shred, and hard CC. The Occultist tree gives us some great support options, including Curse of Frailty, which allows us to slow down huge packs instantly, as well as shredding tons of vital resistances. A single point in Summon Familiar with a maxed out Men Flesh gives our team a huge heal. At later levels, we can consider throwing a few more points into our Familiar for longevity. But as this aims to be a passive build, we don't mind resummoning him on cooldown. Blood of Dreeg with Aspect of the Guardian grants a powerful aura that protects our team and buffs their damage output, while giving us a juicy self-heal in case things get a little dicey. Finally, we can consider Bloody Pox for a little damage of our own, as well as an offensive ability debuff for our enemies. If we're feeling particularly risky, Fevered Rage will let our teammates crit them much more often, but at the cost of making the baddies attack faster. The Inquisitor tree offers much in the way of support, such as Word of Renewal, which is a huge AoE heal which is really good enough, but it also comes bundled with a handy defensive aura that reduces freeze and entrapment duration. Inquisitor Seal is a rune that empowers allies with flat absorption and elemental resistance, making this skill supremely powerful. At later ranks, this also grants flat elemental damage, percent elemental damage, and crit damage. Oh, and it also hurts any baddie who dare cross his threshold. In short, this skill is the complete package. Aura of Censure is one of the Inquisitor's exclusive skills that burns nearby enemies and shreds their elemental resistance. The Inquisitor tree also offers some decent forms of soft CC through Stormbox of Elgoloth, which reduces defensive ability and slows, and Word of Pain, which impairs aim and reduces chaos and aether resistance. The number 2 slot goes to the Purifier, which is Demolitionist and Inquisitor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Gee Otter, how original. Another double pistol fire strike build. Wrong! You're stupid, and you're wrong, and you have gaps in your teeth. The build I'm proposing today is a pure fire caster. We're going to use the Demolitionist tree as a support, taking flashbangs so we can pump our baddies full of crits, and thermite mines so we can shred their fire resistance down to nothing. We can consider canister bomb with the transmuter if we find ourselves lacking in CC. All the demo passes besides the signature skill are hella useful, so we take them all. Flame Touch boosts our fire damage by a fair amount, Vindictive Flame boosts our total speed, and Blast Shield keeps us from dying, and being alive is paramount for this build's damage output. We stop there, because demo only gets 32 points. The Inquisitor tree gives us our bread and butter skill, Flames of Agnifar. The whole point of this build is to be able to sit still and melt some faces off, sort of like an Albric's Ether Ray build, with less range and much more AoE. One interesting thing about this skill is that it does percent main hand damage, so skills like Flame Touch that gives us flat damage become even stronger for us. Inquisitor Seal is going to be crazy strong, because not only does it mesh very nicely with our stand your ground style of gameplay, but every single offensive stat it gives is going to be very useful. Rune of Callistor will give us a nice source of fire damage as well as a stun, so we can keep our baddies at bay while burning brilliantly. Boy oh boy, Barry Bonds, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Finally, Aura of Censure gives us another source of fire damage while also shredding resistances. Our number 1 build goes to the Tactician, which is a Soldier Inquisitor. We're going to try a pure elemental cadence build using the transmuter. One of the most exciting aspects of this build is how flexible it is. This can be played with board and sword, two-hander, dual wield, or even ranged with 2 pistols. For today's video, we're going to build a two-handed Cadence Tactician. We're of course going to take Cadence with the modifier, making our auto attacks pure elemental damage. We're also going to put a single point into Blitz as a gap closer. Every single one of Soldier's defensive passives and Killmen passives gets maxed out. Menhir's Will is a powerful Don't Kill Me skill, while Military Conditioning, Decorated Soldier, and Scars of Battle offer a huge amount of health and great resistances. Field Command and Squad Tactics help you kill stuff and not die even better. Neat! Inquisitor has all the right tools to support our slap-happy elemental Killman. Word of Pain will scale well with all of our elemental bonuses, and its AoE will complement Cadence's single target damage very nicely. And the aim impairment will let us go toe-to-toe with just about any melee slugger in the game. Word of Renewal nets us some much needed sustain, as well as a nice defensive aura. Inquisitor Seal is of course a must-have. It helps you die less and kill more. I haven't even used it yet, but I can tell this skill is OP. Finally, Aura of Censure will shred elemental resistance, and since we have a character that's going to be in the thick of things, we can abuse that fire damage component. Well, that does it for my top 3 most anticipated Inquisitor builds. If you liked this video, create a cult to your new Lord and Savior Inquisitor Seal, and then gain mainstream appeal by indoctrinating celebrities. After people start reacting poorly to your aggressive approach to indoctrinating people and your high entrance costs, establish yourself as a religion and claim that their words can't hurt you because you absorb flat damage on every attack. Or let me know what Inquisitor builds you'd like to try. The information I used in this video was from Reddit user random__, and his very useful spreadsheet. A link will be in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time.